for being here. So good evening, welcome from wherever you're coming from, wherever this finds you, and however you found us. We're grateful for you being here. Make your cut, take your leave. The creek bed will speak, but it will not recede. And you want roots, but we give the seed. Find our fabric and know that our weave is one. Prove ancient is a heart awakened. Before freedom from the sun, sing now. Fate is faith, wake the sea. Only an ocean walking will make them believe. We are proof and we read the leaves. Find our fabric and know that our reap is one. Will prove ancient is a chance taken to offer the heart before the sun. Sing but it's 8 shades up from the dawn. There that boldness to call your life home, where each leaf is a page to read. My sacred scriptures, they become smithereens, and they sing now an old song. Say we won't be too numb, sing to our dark times when they come. Old song, lay us on the wings of your breath for each weightless soul. Old song, say we won't be too numb to sing to our dark times when they come. Old song, lay us on the wings of your breath, well, until we know. Watch your trust, thank your needs. Cannot be taught, but we seek the revealing. So don't you hold those high and lows. Find our fabric and know what we know is one. Prove ancient is a heart awakened. Before freedom from the sun, sing it's 8 gates up from the dawn. It's that boldness to call your life home, where each leaf is a page to read. Our sacred scriptures, they become smithereens, and they sing now. Love will be washed of the old, a fresh start for the whole. The seeds down and we know only to begin from where we are, love, or study old, a fresh start for the whole. Seeds down and we know only that numbered leaves still fall. Old songs say we won't be too numb to sing to our dark times when they come, not old song, say we won't be too numb to sing to our dark times when they come, old song, lay us on the wings of your breath, for each weightless soul. Old song, lay us on the wings of your breath, well, until we know. So make your cut, take your leave. The creek bed will speak, but it will not recede. And you want roots, but we give the seed. Find our fabric and know that our reap is.
Yes. Thank you so much. So beautiful to have some gathered notables in the audience here, holding it down, and all those countless notables at home, wherever you're hearing us. We wish we could be with you, and so thank you for being here in this unique way at this unique time. So these songs grew out of. Well, rather, first I'll begin by saying that first song is about this process. With many of us, we look into these old books by old humans and even new books, self-help books, all these ways that we're searching for answers in our lives, and yet so many teaching stories are unfolding right outside of our window every day. And in many ways, the earth-centered traditions around the globe have always looked to the stories coming from the earth, and our ability to see and read and hear those stories as really integral ways for us to understand how to live in this world. And so that previous song is about that, the old song. Let us remember these ways that are being taught and sung around us by the leaves, by the trees, the roots, the birds, and the rocks. So it's a pleasure to be here. These songs, they grew out of a unique detour of my own life. I'm a storyteller, so I may take you into some of the backstories of these places, and yet my world musically took me in a very unique way. I traveled with a storyteller, a poet, and a yoga teacher, and then another bhakta, a devotional yogi who chanted in Sanskrit, and I shared my poetry and music around Europe, in the Northeast. We met at the Omega Institute, and so these songs are growing out of experiences that happened in those 10 years, and what I learned through the power of song and music in not only sharing concise stories, but also bringing people together around meaningful gatherings and a community life that is intentional and living together and from the heart. And so these songs are birthed from that experience, and yet are a whole new story to share with you. So this next song was birthed from a return from the Himalayas. When I first started this songwriting journey again, the journey into the great mountains there in the east took me to noticing how so many metaphors that we put into the mountain, and in many ways what was observed there in the culture, which is a beautiful combination of Hinduism and Buddhism, and what that meant to my life here, living on a small mountain in Rosendale. And so this song is about that worldly travel and yet very close to home relationship to the mountain. And it's called The Mountain's Claim. Brian's got to get this beautiful calabash gourd. Got to get the blankie just right, we like to say. And then we'll be ready. I know from experience. The blanket underneath helps muffle the sound and give this beautiful acoustic resonance. It's a large cucurbit gourd pumpkin from West Africa.
We sing for the humble, we sing for the grace, we sing for this coming of age. For this could be the place where we sing our praises for good fortune and the mysteries we've made. I forged friction to find my own face. Each bedside of death make us ripe with weight. But a spark has lasted, it finds no wrong seasons. Our parts to fashion light. It's the prayer and the prayer, the layer and the layer, gathered to give thanks. Higher than these mountains claim, it's higher than our shame. It's higher than each mountain will sway, higher than every name. So we sing for the hunger, we sing for the waste, we sing for this coming of age. For this could be the place where we sing our praises for your good fortune and the mysteries we've made. It's the double center symmetries hidden in our gaze. Leaf breathers grant us a period of grace where, see, a spark has fasted, it finds no wrong seasons. Our part to fashion light. It's the name and the namer, the said and the sayer, gathered to give grace. left each source of light. With reverence for the night. For we sing for the humble, we sing for the grace, we sing for this coming of age. For this could be the place where we sing our praises for your good fortune and the mysteries we've made. For the spark has lasted, it finds no wrong seasons. Our work parts to fashion light.
Much. It's a delicate balance of channeling the origins of a song like that, and then coming back to our little container here. Oh, all right. Traveling into the Himalayas, you see many refuges that are tea houses, and there's many travelers passing through, myself included. And although I packed in and packed out, you see so much garbage on the trails, and this amazing balance of the sanctuary and the amazing pristine nature of these truly wonders of the world, and yet the realities of humans crawling into their heights and our short-sightedness. And so that song is carrying both that vision and that high sight to the high mountain and the high intentions that we have in spirit and in life, as well as sort of the baggage that we carry with us. So, traveled with this storyteller, and he's a bear of a man named Biff Mittoffer, and he taught me sort of how to tell concise stories as well as to tell long stories. And so these songs are grown out of experiences, and so this process of coming back to songwriting, in short, my dear partner Diana had a small studio in downtown Rosendale, and behind Perry's Pickles for extra credit for locals there. And so one day in July 2019, I just decided that I needed to throw myself into songwriting one more time and give it a shot, because I had taken a break for 10 years to study tabla, Indian tabla, and these beautiful instruments here that Brian will play for you later. Play Bansuri, Indian flute. I worked with a flute maker playing native style flute as well. The charango, the banjo. And that took me back into this songwriting place, and I wanted the confluence of those streams to flow back into one great river of song. And I knew I had the poetics, and I knew that I could sing about my experience, and I wanted to fuse those together. So every morning for the month of July, I set an alarm at 7 a.m., and I made a large French press of coffee, and I went down to the studio, and I just played for 2 hours. And almost every single day I was in tears in some way, recognizing sort of the futility of writing songs, right? We think a lot of things in life might be futile, and yet songwriting sometimes can really dance that line of some of the most powerful work that we can do. And yet in moments it feels like, wow, how can a song really make a difference? And yet it holds both of those polarities. And so the travels also took me to work with a dear friend of mine, Prema Mai, and I was sharing my poetry with her, beautiful singing in mantra, Sanskrit, and sort of the beautiful origins of the Bhakti tradition and the Vedas, the ancient Indian tradition, that had essentially poets that would toast and create these Vedas, and they would have sort of poetry battles, and whoever sort of pointed to the most epic way of seeing the world sort of then made its way into the Vedas. This is the sort of colloquial folks way of understanding it. And so I'll share a little bit of my poetry here, which will lead into the next song, and we'll have Brian playing the frame drum. This is Brian Festa to the left here. Please give him a little round of applause. You're going to hear a lot of rhythmic intertwining. So this poem and this song are outgrowths of not only that experience of meeting my friend Prema and starting to share my poetry, but then also this experience of coming back to the songwriting practice and all that it creates, and looking very deeply into oneself, very honestly and in a naked way. I have taken 108 oaths of silence only to awaken in the night, whispering a chorus of your names. Underneath the hallowed drum beats the heart, feet from pulsing inside palms, open lines, midwives to surrender. So I don't know. I must. Yes. What do you understand of me? Teach me. Name me. It will form thee from the sound up as disciples of let, prophets of breath, no longer dependent on the dropping of diaphragms in debt. So the chains are the key. One note, a symphony to seek, a seed syllable re-seeds. For the color of water is the color of the vessel. Shape of the note, shape of the hollow go. Catalog the first 1,000 ways to kneel and kiss the ground. Catalog the first 1,000 ways to kneel and kiss the ground, for the beauty is in our choice, how we seek to feel this same void. And I choose this noise, I scream your names with your voice. So can we let go of our past all at once? No more game of the zero summed, the closeness of the one, parentage of the two, pyramid of the three, for we cannot simply be stuck in the body. More is told. The body is within the soul. For we cannot simply be stuck in the body. More is told. The body is within the soul, all at once. Hold both yourself and I, with space to believe. The future's now in our hands and hearts.
why won't we see? The bending branches show us what is down, with only fate to feed. For when you move, will no echo return? Truth written in bones so prove. Well, only silence can hold us. Dancing weight of stone, but lay your head down, wait for the earth to turn, now, darling. Bring your questions of love, bring your questions of grief, for we each now share the story of running away. Like light was made to roam, let each way be a horizon. Like our time was made to come, let each way be a horizon. So soon. Yes, there are ways of being ready, truth written in bone, lungs let loose. There are ways of being ready, dancing weight of stone, but lay your head down, wait for the earth to turn, now, darling. Sing your questions of love, sing your questions of grief, for we each now share the story of running away, share the story of coming to say, well, this is how we will be made. 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 In the purposes of love, like light was made to roam. Let each way be a horizon. Like our time was made to come. Well, let each way be a horizon. Like light was made to roam. let each way be a horizon. Like our time was made to come. Let each way be a horizon.
So that song, bring your questions of love, bring your questions of grief. Who do you bring those questions to? Or sing your questions of love, sing your questions of grief. Maybe you sing them to the trees, or you sing them to your therapist. All good options, if I'm concerned. I was singing them in a small studio at 7 a.m. in the morning, and they led to these songs. And so that poem to open as well has that spirit. I have taken 108 oaths of silence only to awaken in the night, whispering a chorus of your names. This quality of, maybe we go 108 days or 10 years or whatever, fill it in, and we say, no, I'm never going to do that. And then one day it just starts. And like this process, if one is looking to court the muse, or one is looking to outwit the devil, you don't say, all right, well, I'm going to go downtown for a month or 3 months, and I'm going to write 10 songs. And, that's way too much of a program, The muse will never come. It's too stiff. And the devil will know exactly what your plan is and thwart the whole thing. And so this was somewhere in between. I just showed up every morning and went, and, you get lucky, and the muse comes, and she says, stand right about there, and look right about there. And so these songs are moments of that looking deeply. So we're going to play one more for you, then we'll bring up a special guest. This next one is me playing this amazing instrument. We played a show this summer, and a woman came up to me. She said, what is that instrument that you're playing? It's so sparkly. And I said, wow, it's amazing. Somebody that doesn't know what a banjo is. And I know you'd think, right? You think. So in any event, it's always good to know that, someone might not be familiar and hear this for the first time. And I should say, in short, I lived for a short spell in the Southern Appalachians running an inn. I was an innkeeper in North Carolina. That's always the start of a good story. And it happens to be true for me. And in so many ways, the inn itself and that land has an amazing musical history. And there was a music room, and the inn had a history of Scotch-Irish balladry, Scotch-English rather, and so that process of coming into those songs and living in that. This is over 10 years ago now that I was there, and there was a banjo sitting in that music room, and it was sitting on an old church pew, believe it or not, And I went in there, and I just felt really called by the instrument and started playing it, both sort of with borrowing from the traditional style as well as kind of playing it in my own way. And people would hear my accent and say, "Are you a Yankee or what? You're certainly not playing that banjo like a Southerner." But I guess from California, you don't fit into either of those dichotomies. So I'll play this banjo like a Californian for you who lives in New York. I've been waiting in the garden, find me grown. I've been waiting in the garden, name me home. For if we wait, there will be riddles or treasures of patience. Who can know? But virtue cannot be taken or painted gold. For if we wait, there will be riddles or treasures of patience. But who can know? But virtue cannot be taken or painted gold. But don't give up on me here, for this matter is dark or near. Can you see yourself in me appear? And I won't give up on you here. Yes, this matter is dark or near, and I can see myself in you from here. We've been changing in the garden, find me close. We've been changing in the garden, will we name this love our own? For if we wake, how will it figure in our patience with a Lord? But does the heart have to break to make it whole? And if we wake, well, how will it figure in our patience with a Lord? But does the heart have to break to make it whole? But don't give up on me here. Yes, this matter is dark or near. And can you see yourself in me up here? And I won't give up on you here. For how much imagination and patience is needed, dear, to keep us in love from here? right. Yeehaw. That's right. Some songs take 10 years to write, and that one took a couple hours. It's a pretty simple song, but it seems to get really beautifully at this core of relationship and growth that takes place over time. So we are going to welcome dear friend Tasha May up to the stage. Please give a warm welcome to Tasha May. It's such a joy to have you sing with us and to have your spirit here, and it's been a great pleasure just sharing voices together. So. When I first invited Tasha to sing with us, I said, all right, I'm gonna send you like a little phone recording of the song. And I sent it, and of course I was a little shy, right? It's like, oh, I'm sending some of my music, I don't know what you're gonna think. And she writes me back, she's like, I'm dancing around the kitchen right now to your music. And I was like, all right, I think it's gonna work. And then I'm writing all these maybe I'll say this for the next one, but just it's a playful collaboration and spirit that Tasha brings, and I'm writing all these like serious songs. She's like, all right, this is the booty clap part, and I'm like, all right, yep, it is, and so that's the music that we're aiming to create, right? It's stuff that kind of can bring you to your knees and also make the booty clap. So I didn't know I was going to say that on the mic, but it's true, and that's what we're looking for. All great art sort of treads that line of the love and the grief, like that previous song was evoking. So this song is also an outgrowth of the trekking into the mountains in the Himalaya. And I was noticing as we were climbing higher and higher into the mountains, all I could see is the villagers coming down, and they would just be going down to the valleys. And I thought, wow, this is so interesting. We're all trying to get to the top, and they're all going for like their sustenance and their real sort of their real livelihood is down in the valleys. And what is it about that dichotomy that's so interesting, that we're always again looking really high, and what is sort of flowering right at our feet? And so this song is an homage to those fruits, those flowers, and that sort of source of life that is often hidden directly at our feet.
Take me down to your valleys where the harvest lays. Lay me out with your curtains, for my work is play. Take me down to your valleys where the harvest's made. Lay me out with your curtains, for my work is play. We take our chances on the road, we hold our lives as our own now. We sing the universal now. We wing the universal out.
For my work is play. For my work is play. For my work is play. For my work is play.
Take me down to your valleys where the old ones still know how to pray. Lay me out with the creek's bed, make my living my giving of thanks. Take me down to your valleys where the old ones still know how to pray. Hey, lay me out with the creek's bed, make my work play. We take our chances on the road, we hold our lives as our own now. We sing the universe so loud, we wing the universe so loud. Wait for the breath to find its space in the sound. Trust that this place will just be us being found. Wait for the breath to find its space in the sound. Trust that this place will just be us being.
For my work is play. For my work is play. For my work is play.
Take me down to your valleys where the harvest lays. Lay me out with your curtains, for my work is play. Take me down to your valleys where the harvests may lay. Lay me out with your curtains, for my work is play.
For my work is play. For my work is play.
It's an interesting thing, right, to be walking in one direction and everybody's walking in the other direction. It's sometimes it's a good sign and sometimes it's not. I guess it's within us that really is the compass on those moments. But when we got back down, once you get up to the top of a mountain and go back to the valley, you know why everyone's down there. You know, you get a little dal bhat, the traditional dish of the Nepali is so nourishing, and tea gardens, terraced, and beautiful developed relationship with the land there. So this next song grew out of. How's everybody doing out there? All right. All right. We got the little container here. It's a joy to have a little audience with us live, and so grateful. So this next piece grew out of a couple experiences, but one fundamentally that I noticed as I was cultivating my just love of each of the seasons in this region is that I would go and I have specific relationships with specific places in the woods near my house and in the mountains around, based on the season. Certain places are accessible, and I really started noticing I had this very special rock in a creek on my friend's farm. And I would go to the creek in the summer and I'd be playing music on the rock. And then if the river would flood, I couldn't get to my rock. And I was thinking like, oh goodness, I can't access that same sort of exact place in the world. And as trivial as that sounds, it's the same process when the rocks ice over in certain places that I can't get up into the ridge. Or it snows out and all the leaves are gone and you can see these new paths that previously were all bushed and covered. And so this seasonal shift of different places and how sort of the seasons are revealing its different hands of the land in which for us to gather and sort of commune in and with, given the season. So this next piece is grown out of that spirit of that changing landscape and the changing place to commune with. Sound, sound, sound. Down, down, down. Plant your sound, sound, sound. Holy ground, where we seek the highest, let it be found, found, found. Found, found, found. Holy ground, where we seek the highest, let it be found, found, found. Found, found, found. Hear the day, sing with what is true. Unafraid of me as proof. Let your ways speak with what is through. Make your place where our angels can view. In between the sooner you give it an unbiased view. The world is dreaming, it makes its ways from our lives. From our lives. Keep not your love speech locked, not our arrows drop. Arrows drop now. Warrior spirit, the battle's over now. Arrows drop. What will you cherish now?
flows through me. Victory's all I see. Love embraces me, and it sets me free. Energy flows through me. Victory's all I see. Love embraces me, and it sets me free. Energy flows through me. Victory's all I see. Love embraces me, and it sets me free.
Hear the day sing with what is true.
And it sets me free. And it sets me free.
Unafraid of me as proof.
I release.
Let your
let go.
ways speak with what
I
is
release.
true.
I let go.
Make your place where our angels can view. Keep night your love speech like tonight. Arrows drop nine.
I release. I let go. I release. I let go. Ooh, I release.
Energy flows through
I
me.
let go.
Victory's all I see.
I release.
Love embraces
I
me,
let go.
and it sets me
I
free.
release.
Energy flows through me.
I let go.
Victory's all I see.
I release.
Love embraces me,
I let go.
and it sets me free. Ignite your love speech like tonight. Arrows drop now. Warrior spirit, the battle's over now. Arrows drop. Will you cherish now? Energy flows through me. Victory's all I see. Love embraces me, and it sets me free. Energy flows through me. Victory's all I see. Love embraces me, and it sets me free.
Keep going. Is that all right with you all here? All right. I'm going to take a sip of water if I can remember it in between here. So I think many people are familiar with that seasonal flux, especially here in the Northeast. The body can only go so many places in the winter and so many places in the summer in different ways. And so sort of offer that as a blessing to the places that your body will move here as the winter comes and we cross the equinox. So this next piece is called Late to Bloom. And this is an outgrowth of that feeling that maybe it's too late to pursue something in your heart, and this song is about really trying, giving it an honest go. And whatever that may mean to you, you will know when it is honest. And so this is for that effort, for that very conscious and skillful effort.
Well, I cannot use a surrogate for truth, but I speak through my bones and they're running to you. So forget your ways of old, feel your chest unfold, respect your time here. We need your heart and eyes clear. For when it's over, then only will I lay. When it's over, then only will I lay. When it's over, then only will I lay down. For we were never late to bloom. For we were never late to bloom. Like the morning never came too soon. The morning never came too. I cannot use a surrogate for truth, nah, nah. Well, I speak through my bones and they're running to you. So forget your ways of old, feel your chest unfold, respect your time here. We need your heart and eyes clear now. But when it's over, then only will I lay. When it's over, then only will I lay. When it's over, then only will I lay down. Let these sounds cut through the loneliness. Let these sounds ring out for the broken hearts. Let these sounds cut through the loneliness. Let these sounds ring out for the broken hearts. Never late to bloom. We were never late to bloom. Like the morning never came too soon. The morning never came too soon. When it's over, then only will I lay. When it's over, then only will I lay. When it's over, then only will I lay down. Let these sounds cut through the loneliness. Let these sounds ring out for the broken hearts. Let these sounds cut through the loneliness. Let these sounds ring out for the broken. Well, I cannot use a surrogate for truth. When I speak through my bones and they're running to you.
Mr. Brian Festa on drum kit. So this next piece was inspired by a traditional folk song that I learned while living in North Carolina, and I learned it from a beautiful old woman named Diana as well, who was married to a Cherokee medicine man named Ted Williams, and he had just passed, and she was singing these old songs in on the porch of the what was then called the Harvest Moon in Hot Springs, North Carolina, and this amazing woman, Diana, she said she grew up singing songs with Cat Williams in the laundromat in London. And I like to joke that I didn't check her paperwork on that one, but I liked the story. And so I kept it. And I was like, oh man, it's with Cat I'm sorry, did I say Cat Williams? Cat Stevens. Cat Williams. Did I say Cat Williams? That's amazing. Cat Stevens. That would be a different song if it was with Cat Williams. Those of you that know who Cat Williams and Cat Stevens are, this is a tip of the hat to you. So anyway, she taught me this song called Wayfaring Stranger, and it's a traditional Welsh song, a traditional folk tune from the British Isles, and yet it has this very deep, those that may know it, very deep sort of religious undertones and overtones. And I loved the song, I loved the melody, and yet the lyrics didn't resonate with me in how I was moving through the world, and I thought that I might need to sort of work with this song in some ways, and to bring a long story very short. I found myself in one experience at the end of a tour. This is in 2017. I was coming back from Sweden, and I was in the Stockholm airport, and I found myself with an audience of 20 flight attendants in the airport. We were about to take the red-eye flight back from Stockholm to New York, the midnight train, the modern-day midnight train. And so I thought, I had just been traveling for 7 weeks with my friend, and I had been singing mantra music, and I thought, there's no way I can sing kirtan for these flight attendants. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Didn't feel like it was the moment. And so I thought of this song, Wayfaring Stranger, in the moment, and I impulsively thought, I'm gonna sing it. And I totally, in the moment, fudged the lyrics. It was in my vocal range, but I fudged the lyrics, and I came to sort of a funny twist of the lyrics, which seemed to stick. And so this song has many other lyrics that I have added, and yet it has the core sort of theme of Wayfaring Stranger in it. And so if you know the song, you'll hear a version of it here, but it's really a nod to those stories in which we carry from our families, from the traditions here in the West and all over that could use a little bit of revision with respect and with the long view. And so this song is called The Fire's Eyes.
I will say I was as fast as a mountain. I laid my body down as price for the day. And I can say we threw our ghosts at the fountain. Now there ain't no easy way out. So, in the end we will find it's only the friends we're beside, where memories are made of the times we can hold the fire's eyes. So braid your life to mine, braid your life to mine, braid your life to mine. I am a wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world below. No, there is no war, sickness, or danger, traveling through this world that I go. But I'm going down to see my lover. I'm going down, well, in these old flames now, but I'm only going over the river Jordan. I'm only going over home. I will say I was as fast as a mountain. We laid our bodies down as price for the day. And I can say we threw our ghosts at the fountain. See, there ain't no easy way out. Well, in the end we will find there's only the ones we're beside, where memories are made of the times we can hold the fire's eyes. So braid your life to mine, braid your life to mine, braid your life to mine. For I am a wayfaring stranger, and I'm traveling through this world of yours. And yes, there is war, sickness, and danger, but what will be in our name? But I'm going down to see my mother, and she said she'd meet me there. I'm going down to see my father, going down, well, in these old flames now, but I'm only going over the river Jordan. See, I'm only going over home. Will we be the vision that is within our sight? Coming to be, coming to be. Will we be the vision that is within our hearts? Coming to see, coming to see. in the end we will find it's only the friends we're beside, where memories are made of the time we can hold the fire's eye. So braid your life to mine, braid your life to mine, braid your life to mine.
Thank you so much. So we got two more pieces for you if you still got it in you. Gonna Brian is going to play these beautiful drums for us on this next tune. So that moment with the flight attendants in the airport, there was a really clear sort of opening that we all wanted to hear music in an airport. And there's many times I've been traveling, people say, "Oh, you're going to entertain us on the flight," you know, when I bring my guitar, and it's just never the right time, you know. I'm like, no, it's so cramped on the plane, you know. But in an airport, you're supposed to also just be very, you know, quiet and contained. And I found myself like belting out, singing like so loud in the airport, and it was like the exact opposite. I was making a total fucking scene, and yet it was this unique place for both of us to meet. And there's many other silver linings in there, but it was discerning that moment that the door opens in the world, right? And maybe it just cracks for a moment. You got 10 seconds, 15 seconds to walk through that door, and it's such a pleasure to be able to notice when that happens. This next piece is dedicated to all the people that have had to wait for something really good. And so this is about that waiting, you know, all the confluence of these experiences of knowing when to wait and when to push, right? So much of life is like that. Make me offer my heart for the glory. Teach us to wait.
Teach us to make our move, but not make haste. Show us what we are in the sorting. Common blood of the need for restoring. And teach us to wake. Teach us to make our move, but not make haste. For a morning, common blood of our need to see the unforming. So lay me at the feet of my story. Make me offer my heart for the glory.
One more piece for you. We'll leave you with a poem and a tabla and a banjo and a rav handpan and everything in between. Tabla's done. we greatly appreciate all the folks that have been joining from home, all the few, they gathered few and brave. Very grateful for this journey together. And, having two instrumentalists is and there's no heavy effects and digitization in this music. As much as I love electronic music, it's another thing to be stripped down and to really share these acoustic instruments in their original form. They're made of the elements of the earth and sort of speak that language in many ways. So we'll do a poem for you, and then we'll play a song called Songs of Free Will. Mirror contemplating mirror, a snakeskin tied in knots, the gathering of heat, the scent of light rested. I cannot know every one of your faces, and I will, in a moment, silently sung twice over. There, recollecting reflections, re-practicing resurrection, no witness can confirm the practice, and I am. Over, again, chanting like water and dying like spring, a wild flowering. For we have chosen to measure the present in pulses, folding the bottom of your soul. It is the threshold to the world, beholding each filling their cup beneath a waterfall, praising the land as Lord. The land speaks first. Today is not a word, it is an exclamation, an instruction, the fifth direction. Apprentices of the unmediated sky know that all else is a collective hunch. The past in particles, the future in waves, old tomorrows remember. We can't be owned by our ways. So this must be the scaling down, the quieting up, out breath. Each shall know the practice of death, but no tongue has touched it, no word has soiled it, as you too have overheard your own truth. Fallen alone in the forest with only the sound of trees, listening as proof, for no reason is for every reason, where the air truly held our heart. The new season. For the act of listening itself, it was the one true voice. And it matters not who speaks, it only matters how you hear the truth. For we may meet moments where it will take absolutely no effort to sit the intricate, so simple, liquid waves. For jade, the clouds are in the wood grain, and every single running river is named in the same direction. As this type of faith is now told as confession, as the swelling of the stream, Tatvam Asi, thou art that, this is it. Found, remember, embers of the sound of the prayer praying us around space. The Buddha, the poet, sitting silently still with no thing to say. It's all stall, heart and mind connected by a two-way waterfall between voids without filling. Waterfalls begin spilling as interdependent threads. Every stitch only affects the rest. Lifting the latch is the test. For the act of listening itself was the one true voice, and it matters not who speaks. It matters how you hear the truth. Thank you, thank you. So this last piece is called Songs of Free Will. Thank you for hanging with us. These songs are glorified folk songs, you know, with 3 chords, what you can do. We crave so much complexity in our life and are surrounded by so much complexity. And yet, where is that intricate in the so simple? And so the music here is a servant of the song, and yet the song itself is threaded and infused into the music. So we hope it's found a place inside your heart and inside your own life to deepen your feeling of the living. Make all new again before that common tongue. The riddle lays its own untying, the shape of a wheel free. Chase all new again before that common one. The riddle prays its own untying, the shape of a wheel is free. So place the weight in my heels, sing to my skin until it feels, oh, to see it now with my own eyes. Story behold, glory be still, each song of free will, come, come carry me. So who are we to the morning is who we are to ourselves. And time has come for the forming of the trust where we've withheld. So shelter me good, shelter me whole, shelter me humble as we go. Stand for my eyes, stand for my feet. Your gaze lights my song ablaze with heat. So make all new again before that common tongue. The riddle lays its own untying, the shape of a wheel free. Chase all new again before that common one. The riddle prays its own untying. See, the shape of a wheel is free. So place the weight in my heels, sing to my skin until it feels, oh, to
to see it now with my own eyes. Glory behold, story be still, each song of free will. Come, come, carry me. Fire is burning for you, my dear. We can hold heaven in these arms, but only for one day burning for us to start. Stay up, find her. Stay up, home within your heart. Stay up, find her. Time for this to be the. Stay up, find her. Stay up, home within your heart. Stay up, find the time for this to be the. So who are we to the morning? It's who we are to ourselves. So time has come for the forming of that trust we withheld. are to the morning. It is who we are to ourselves. And time has come for the forming of the trust where we've withheld.
All right. We had a little dance party in the back, so we can feel how many people are here. So it's such a surreal process to share these songs as they're still in some ways in progress, coming to life, and this time is such a curious time to share music. And so we're so touched to have you here, both those that have come to this place to join us, and those all at home and wherever this will live in the digital sphere. So please be in touch. We hope these songs have landed in your life in some ways that inspire you to music, inspire you to take the leap, inspire you to wait quietly for the right moment, for your door to open and for us to continue together into this future. So we wish you a good night. This is again Mr. Brian Festa on drum kit, all the magic down here. Again, thank you to Tasha May. Yeah. And then the Davids. David Schnell doing great work here at Green Kill Gallery. Really appreciate the opportunity. And David doing sound. Thank you so much. So we are Ripple Little. Please be in touch and stay in touch. What's your name? My name is Eric Archer, and this is a public service announcement about the music. So one love, and see you next time.